Welcome back, Nadeska, Akademiks, and Wayno here. Another beautiful day on Everyday Struggle.
What's good, y'all?
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know if the budget running out of complex as the year goes by, man. It's colder and colder on this set, man.
Wayno dressed like a full lumberjack today.
Yes, I am.
Man, I'm about to bring a North Face jacket next time, man. This shit is ridiculous.
Just make sure it's not black.
I should have kept my hoodie
No,
on.
I'm definitely keeping it black.
All right, y'all, so we got one more album review for you. And for everyone who was hitting us yesterday asking where the episode went, apologies, it's hard to respond to you individually, but the labels don't want us to be great out here. You guys know we've been reviewing music and playing snippets. Apparently they don't like that. So I think our episode will hopefully be back up soon.
The Illuminati just deleted that shit, man.
Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense.
Right, free promo, right? So anyway, I guess we're not playing any snippets today just to be safe, right? So we want to talk about this new Freddie Gibbs and Curren album. We're going to show you the track list, though. That's the best that we can do, I think. So 2 years ago, they announced plans to drop this collab album, and we finally got it last weekend. The project is called Fetti. 9 tracks, 23 minutes long, nice and concise, entirely produced by Alchemist. Gibbs said somehow they knocked this out in only 2 days, but clearly it worked out. Wayno, I know you were excited to talk about this, so let's hear it.
Well, like with Alchemist, Alchemist is just a master, and what I mean by that, like he's a master at how he does production. Like he's like a mad scientist on some real shit. Like when I think about projects from Alchemist, I think like the stuff he did with Action Bronson, No Chandeliers, Covert Coupe with Currency a few years ago, No Idols with Damo Genesis, but this one, they really locked in. Like a lot of people I didn't know that the album actually dropped, and a lot of people kept saying, why haven't y'all talked about this? And then I looked it up, and I listened to it, and I'm like, damn. Like, you know, just going through the track list, of course it's 9 tracks. Both of them have a solo record on there, but the way Alchemist did it, he kind of like merged the two. That's No Window Tints and Willie Lloyd. Overall, and this is the thing I was saying before, and I remember like Act saying, like, you know, I don't know how they distributed this shit, but it's like I feel like more people need to know about this, because in terms of collab projects, which are super oversaturated, this is one of the best collab projects this year. Not only one of the best collab projects, but one of the best projects overall. So I was really happy with it. You know, one of my favorite projects from Freddie Gibbs is Pinata, ESGN, and it felt like the sound that they were building like years ago, like they just merged it all together. So I'm happy it took 2 years for them to do it in two days, but it's a really dope project.
Yeah, I mean, one of our biggest complaints about these collab albums, just too long. No one needs 25 songs. It sounds like they're all over the place, like people rushed it together. I think having one producer certainly makes it more cohesive. Ak, what do you think?
Oh, I just read on this paper that this was done in 2 days. It felt like they kind of locked in for a little bit. Honestly, the production of the show is fucking amazing. I also, because we were supposed to talk about this yesterday, I didn't realize that Alchemist did the whole,
he did
all the beats. And I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Again, these are 2 vets, and I think it's a little bit different than when we see the newer guys do collab projects, which is understandably so a cash out from the hype that they already have from their solo projects or other songs that's popping. These 2 guys, they sound good together. They have chemistry. And again, I don't know their musical history together, but it felt like they were in a pocket together. Maybe that's just Alchemist, how he put it together. Like they kind of played off each other, whether it was Currency going first sometimes or even Gibbs. And of course, like, you know what I mean, I fuck with Gibbs.
You didn't hit the blunt, though.
Yeah, hit the blunt. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's just good to see that, like, in the world of
Currency was floating too.
Yeah, that it's not a cash grab, that it was actually about art and like people who have the right vibe, you know?
But at the same time, though, a lot of times when we talk about the other collab albums, sometimes I feel like they may feel like they're not just doing, I mean, we know that they get money, but I think that they really are putting their time into them shits.
Stop it, Wayno.
No, seriously, I'm just saying that I think that that's their level of...
Nah, they're not, bro.
That's their level of artistry for certain people. If that's their highest level of artistry, I'm not saying I accept it. I'm just saying, like, I feel like for some of them, they might feel like that's their highest level of artistry for them to work together. Now, when we start putting real rappers in the room, you see the difference.
Word.
See the difference, so.
No, I think it also has to do with, like, veterans, too. I think, of course, you got to have, if you're a master at what you do, and especially you're going to bring that to the table, and someone else is going to compliment it works. But I think I'm starting to, you know, I said I only want to hear producer albums now. I don't want to hear no more collabs, no more compilations. But to be honest, the vets, like if you think about even Freddie versus Jason, like that was dope. So maybe it's something about the vets, yo. Maybe it's something about the vets, man. All the new niggas, man. Y'all put out 5 solo projects before you do any collab. I don't want to hear no collab from nobody who's about to be on the freshman list. No.
I think it's the content that's put out as well. And, I think it's just the skill. The skill level, the bar is set very low to be a rapper today. And
that's what I'm saying. You think they feel like they committed to putting out a good project?
I think that I really believe that
really
they put their all. I really believe that they be putting their all in that shit.
You think so?
I believe that because I think that that's how low the bar is set. Like they're not. A lot of people are not competing with a Gibbs or a Currency, and they all doing their thing, but. They like, man, that's not even on my radar.
It's like they don't even have to compete. They could just do what they're good at, but they're just not even doing a good job. I feel like for some of them, it's straight up, we're going to drop this, we're going to make some money. I don't care if no one talks about it again. My solo album will come out. I don't know.
But Alchemist, back to Alchemist, I want to see Alchemist like jumping on more of the biggest artists' projects again. Like how he worked with Lil Wayne on, he was on Carter 3. I want to see him jumping into, I would love to hear even a Drake record produced by Alchemist. Like what does that sound like? So I'm just happy that in this climate of music right now today, we could get something like this.
Word.
I want Alchemist to stop trolling. Alchemist offered Lil AK a beat like a year ago, and I still ain't get a beat back. So Alchemist, stop playing. If you don't think Lil AK could hop on the Alchemist beat and body it.
Alchemist, don't even worry about Lil AK.
No,
I hope Lil AK got the budget, because Alchemist fee is up there. So I hope Lil AK got the budget.
Nah, everything's off the strength. I told boy,
that's why you get your package.
I got a boy Wonder beat. I said, give me the beat that you probably just made like that you're definitely not giving to nobody.
Alchemist, we need a beat for the Everyday Struggle Awards.
Right.
Can we get the homie discount?
Yeah.
Lil AK does not need that beat.
That's my guy. Alchemist.
I also was wondering about like even like sample clearances and stuff like that for even this, because now most of the producers, that's why you're seeing them just go towards these simplistic sound. Well, most of them can't naturally, or they're not classically trained anyway.
Yeah, them niggas can't rap on shit like this. Yeah, a lot of them niggas can't rap on shit like this.
No, but you do see like it feels like not only just the sound, as we could call the popular sound, but I feel like labels are kind of pushing more artists to like, yo, let's stay away from samples. Yeah. They don't want to get into shit that plagued them in the early 2000s and 90s, but a lot of times that's what give like instrumental sometimes a soul, or sometimes brings it to life more than just 2 pianos or a guitar or some shit.
Well, I also feel like if you've never like listened to Currency, if you're new, because everybody doesn't know everything, so if you're a new person and you're just now hearing about Currency and Gibbs.
Smoke a blunt. Huh? Yeah, smoke a blunt, then listen. No?
You definitely didn't smoke a blunt.
How are you going to give advice you'll never take?
Right, so exactly.
I don't know, but for the blunt smokers.
If you've never listened to either one of them and this is your first time hearing them, you'll definitely, you can definitely pick this up and go.
You always dress like a lumberjack when you listen to them, or? You really thought you were going to come in here and it was all going to be good this morning?
It's cool. Huh? I tell you one thing. I wore the right Timbs. Nadeska, on the other hand, right?
I checked with some other New Yorkers, by the way. They said all of you men trying to roast a woman for her Timbs.
Let's not turn it to a man, woman. See, here you go.
No, because my girls felt like that. They said, you know what, forget it. I'm not even going to
I rock with you, girl. Respect women Timbs.
Look at the funny ass high fives.
And Act co-signed for fashion.
Act don't know shit about Timbs.
But I love you, bro. I love you though.
Act wears no socks in the winter.
Somebody gifted me some Timbs at Compass Con, and I'm gonna start wearing Timbs that I could be a real New Yorker.
Hey. I bet you gonna come in here with some white Timbs on. Like you gonna come in there looking like a fucking magician. Let's keep it.
It's moving. A one of one. It's an off-white Timberland.
Oh no, it is a white Timbs.
They gave you those? Somebody gave you off-white Timbs?
Is there an off-white Timberland like collab?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I
just made it up.
No, it's like
literally made it up. Oh my God.
All right, y'all. Let's. We want to play a game of over under because it's been a minute and we feel like having some fun. It's been a long week. So let's start with. You guys have your handy little cards.
I got my cards.
Is this yours? Is yours under there?
Yeah, his is under.
Come on, wake up, grab that.
Yeah, wake up, Act. That Cavs hat on.
Damn, it was so cheap and complex. We just did it back and front.
The budget is shrinking every day, y'all. It's almost the end of the year. All right, let's start over under. Boy, we've gotten a lot of quality control projects this year. There's still more coming. So over under the number of quality control albums we'll get in 2019. Over under 5.
Oh, what? Over under 5?
Yeah.
Way over.
Way over.
Way over.
I'm saying 15.
I was about to say that same number too.
Holy shit! So I should have done over under 10.
Listen.
Over under 20.
No, I want some real shit because not only you got to think, right? You got the Migos, right? You got the Migos is going double back. You got the City Girls. You got
Culture 3, top of
Culture 3.
top jet. I'm serious.
No, Marlo's on Q.
Marlo's
right?
dropping.
Lil Baby.
Baby might drop 5 more projects.
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta remember this is the year that Yachty was doing a movie most of the year.
Oh man.
He's not doing a movie next year. Might get 4. You get me? Shit, Quavo might just team up with like another guy and do. Oh my God, it's gonna be ridiculous.
All right, so really my question should have been number of QC albums remaining for the rest of 2018 over under 5. That would have been that would have
We
been
might
it.
get 5.
How many weeks left? We might have more than 5.
Well, we got Baby covered and Offset.
Baby, Offset.
Wait, does Stefflon Don count as QC?
Yeah, no, she is.
So
she is. She signed to QC.
Management though, I thought.
Yeah,
No?
well, management, but I think she's also distributed through them for US.
Okay.
Question: does Trippie
they
Redd
do-
count as QC?
He's
He's like a cousin.
Nah.
Management, but like he's like a
honestly,
cousin,
man,
right? Like,
yo, they're creating an ecosystem that is more than
shit.
it's a little bit
Drop
more
shit.
complicated than who's signed. Like, they're managing people. Like,
Right.
they're getting all the assets that have some type of like either clout or buzz in the music industry, and they'll all leverage them.
Right.
Like, you see them all supporting Trippie Redd. Then you see everyone start supporting Yachty. Then everyone starts supporting. So again, whether it's management or whatever, they still treat it like it's a big label. We just only manage this person. You get me?
Right.
It's like Rock Nation. Rock Nation has a bunch of people in there.
yeah, Rock Nation has a million people.
Yeah, and then some they only manage, and some it's a whole label situation.
Right.
So your estimates for 2019 are between 15 and 20 projects.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the light side.
On
Got
the
it.
light side.
Got it. Okay.
On the light side.
So
And I also
They
think
want in on everything.
I think they're gonna sign a couple new people, and I think this is what amazes me about them because after having Migos and then getting Yachty, when you see like a label keep breaking new artists, that's impressive. Like I didn't think Baby was gonna come out as strong, and whether it's the coach, you know, it's basketball shit, man.
no, not again.
But Phil Jackson, it's like, is it Phil or
Right.
is it he's just lucking up getting these great players?
Nah, I don't think
Who
they
knows?
lucking up. They have a they definitely have a method to their madness and definitely over 15 projects.
All right, so our next one, we've gotten a ton of #1 rap albums this year. Drake went #1, Travis Scott, Post Malone, a lot of huge first weeks. So our next one is number of remaining #1 rap albums you're gonna get before the end of 2018, over under 3. So the XXXTentacion album is still coming. 21 Savage is still dropping. Meek Mill may or may not be dropping. We got the Offset, so there's a lot coming. So how many of these are actually gonna debut at #1, over under 3?
I say
What-
over 3. Oh no. Let me see. Oh, it might be.
We have like a month left.
We got a month left.
In the
I say over 3. And who's left? We got Meek potentially.
Yeah, not confirmed. 21 is confirmed. XXXTentacion is
Meek
confirmed.
21X. Also, did Kanye just go to 2019 or are you still
Oh
in the
man,
mix?
who knows?
He's pushing. I think he's
postponed
pushing
many
his shit
times.
back. So
We can't count on him, but he's in here. Don't worry, he's coming up.
I definitely think XXX is gonna go #1.
So wait,
Oh.
you guys forgot how to play the game?
Yes. All right.
Over?
All right. Over. Well.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go over unless all these albums drop in the same week. Like people are
Okay.
anticipating all these albums, and honestly, I see each of them having their own week. And you know how the music business is. Yo, when you dropping? Okay, I won't drop. I'll drop the week
But
after.
aren't
Right.
2 of them already dropping on the 7th? Do I have my dates wrong? Isn't that when 21 comes? When is X's album coming?
It's coming also on the 7th. Which
X is gonna be #1.
Well, yeah,
X
he'll
is
be
gonna be
#1. But honestly, if 21 dropped another week, like 21's gonna do some numbers.
Absolutely.
You get me? But if Meek drops, I think he'll also get that #1 spot as well. And I think if Kanye drops, you know what I mean? If I think he'll get that #1 too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever.
And also, we're a little biased though. Like, who knows if like the Chainsmokers dropping again? Like, they might just drop some project or like whatever white group that doesn't do hip hop. Because every time I look at the Billboard
We're
top
counting them
200
as
list,
rap though, because we're talking about rap albums now.
oh, rap.
Yeah. Rap
Oh,
album.
I thought you meant
We're
like
talking about Taylor Swift
Not all-
albums,
not
my
all
G.
albums.
No,
No, rap
I thought you meant like a rap album to lead the charts. Oh.
No, just to debut at #1. Have
Just
a
debut at #1.
big first week, because we've had a lot of those this year.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna break records?
More, we dominating everything right
Yeah.
now. Rap dominates it all. Oh.
All right, we got some more numbers coming up, but how about this one? Number of rap albums that are going to be nominated for Album of the Year at the 2009 Grammys. Over, under, 2. This is the ultimate Illuminati category. So, that was easy. I should have put
Yeah, that was easy.
1.
Under.
Who would it be?
Drake. Like,
That's it?
That's the only one I think is gonna get nominated for a Grammy.
What about Travis, though?
For rap album?
Rap album. No, not rap album, but a rap album in the Album of the Year category. Like, who
Drake.
actually has a shot?
Drake. That's
So you guys think it's under 2?
I don't think it's, well, I think it's 1. I don't think it's Drake. I
Really?
don't think it's Travis. I think it's J. Cole.
Really? I mean, that kind of shocks me, but
Please
it's
explain
definitely
why,
Drake.
sir.
It's definitely Drake.
No, I feel like, again, I have this whole, maybe it's just
Let's
I'm
hear
being cynical.
theory.
And by the way, salute to His Daily Double. I seen them start calling out the Grammy committees for a lot of their bullshit and a lot of they do a lot of nonsense when, I won't call it nonsense, but they're not as transparent as we think they are when it comes to like nominations and all that. Like they give like a little chart, a flow chart of, hey, this is how people get nominated, but like there's secret committees and shit like that you don't know about. Anyway, I just feel like I feel like Cole should have gotten that nod a couple of years back, didn't. I don't feel like they really award and celebrate like super poppy rap music like Drake. Like Drake has never fared that well at the Grammys.
He won Rap Album of the Year at the Grammy.
But I don't think he's ever even been in contention for
Album of the Year.
Yeah, you get me?
Okay.
Like as opposed to like shit, Kendrick has fared way better at the Grammys than Drake.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, Drake has dropped a lot of albums that dominated in numbers for that particular year. No nomination. You get me? Like, of course, he's gonna clean up at the BET Awards, the VMAs, the Billboard Awards, the AMAs, but the Grammys, I feel like there's a little method to the madness. You get me?
What do you think that method is?
I think the method is picking something that seems, at least they're representative for an album of the year that's a little bit more true to the culture. Whether the album wins, they'll nominate it. Whether it wins or not, that's another story. See Kendrick losing to Macklemore.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, so your pick would be Drake.
Yeah.
And you think it would be J. Cole. All right. Good predictions. Let's see what happens. What do we have next? Number of songs that, oh, I forgot, Uzi might be dropping too.
Oh, shit. No, honestly, though, and by the way, like, honestly, though, and because I get this question so much on social media, when is Uzi dropping? I heard Uzi was dropping in October. Now it's a musical chairs thing. I'm pretty sure the decisions on who's dropping, if your date hasn't been announced, is solely based off who else is dropping. Because everybody needs their time.
You're
like,
right.
There's too many
so much
projects.
coming.
And you don't want to be the 5th album dropping when X drops his album. X and 21, you're the 5th project there. Because remember what happened to Mac Miller's album? Like, it was kind of, like, it really didn't get the respect it deserved that week because of the other projects.
Right.
Honestly, the way this year is going, I wouldn't be mad at Uzi dropping next year. Like,
Me either.
I don't feel like he has to drop. Like, he doesn't have to drop, and he's still in good standings with everybody.
It's true.
Like, he's still in good standings. So
Plus, Jesus' birthday is on Christmas, so I don't want him to ruin Christmas with his devil
there he
worship.
goes.
All right, so whenever Uzi does drop, my question for you guys is number of songs that will be featured on this project, theoretically called Eternal, a take, over, under 20.
Under 20.
That was confident.
Yeah, under 20. I think it's gonna be under 20. I think it'll be around like the tops 13. I think it'll be like the tops 13, 14. Nothing more than that.
I'm gonna get a cheat code and also to be a little contrarian. I'm gonna go over. If I could count the bonus songs and songs that'll end up on the deluxe. Because I think because I haven't seen Atlantic work New Paddock as they should, that's probably not a track that's like gonna be on the album, I would think, right? So I do see them putting out a bonus version of it.
You put everything on the label. It'd be so funny.
No, that's how shit work. Yo, listen.
But I think do you think New Paddock is not being worked by Atlantic, or you think like honestly
Definitely not work.
You was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, New Paddock is cool, but it's 4 minutes long. Like, so you think that it should be worked? Like, I don't even think New Paddock could be on radio like that.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Only because it's a long ass song.
If y'all watch me when I just came to Everyday Struggle last year, you flopped. Like, I mean, I still say nigga flop, but like I take into account that sometimes your shit could be good and the label could just not drop. Like, I feel like it's not being worked like a single. Shit, Money's being worked more. Even though Cardi is the premier artist over there, Money's being worked, and Cardi has no album in the works.
Right.
New Paddock is free falling off the charts.
All right.
That's not a first single.
I think,
and
you
I'm
know what I
blaming
think
on
it is? I think it is Uzi. Because he out here riding around on fucking dirt bikes and shit and doing all types of other shit. I think that Uzi has taken a step back to, how could I say, like, how shit is delivered, right? Like, you know, when you put out a single, it's like you're moving around. Uzi used to do interviews. Like, it's not like we never heard him talk, but I think it's more Uzi than it is Atlantic.
So he fell back for it, right? He said for a minute, he said, sorry, he was in his emotions, he was whatever.
Yeah.
Now he's back, a project's coming, and then what happened?
It's him.
He changed his mind again?
That's my little nigga. Uzi, though, you know I love you to death. That's my man, but I think it's him. It's more him than it is the label.
All right, that's
I'm
fair
not
enough.
gonna put that on.
Like you said, it's not like he's under pressure to drop right now.
He's
right?
not, but I think, I don't think.
the pressure building a little bit?
No,
Is it?
I don't think the pressure, I think it's pressure for himself. Like, not for him to outdo himself. And I can say this because I was in the studio with him when he was working on the first Love Is Rage. I think he always had a way of outdoing himself, and he's had like this astronomical amount of success. And now it's like, it's not for everybody, it's for him. He's a real critical person of music for himself, not to the people.
You
So I
should be
think
your
he
own
wants
biggest critic.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to figure out, what was it, what's the big record? EXO Tour Life.
Do you think he's doubting the music he has now?
I'm sorry?
Do you think he's doubting the current music he has now? Maybe that's affecting when...
I think he's, you know, this ain't it, Chief. I think he's doing that to himself. I don't think he's like, I think he's just very like, nah, this ain't it. Like, and if it's not comfortable for him, that's the biggest thing. Uzi he'll drop all the music in the world if you feel like it. If it's not comfortable to him, he's not gonna put it out. He's not gonna put it out.
I think New Paddock was a test record. They realized the 15-second in the dancing was hotter than the whole song. And after they realized that, reel it back, Chief. Let's make sure the next one we come with
It's him, man. It ain't Atlantic, man. It's him. And no, I'm not being paid by Atlantic for all the people that's asking.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Wayno just told me that Atlantic check just dropped.
That was the other check.
A New Paddock about to be on his wrist.
It might be. It might be.
I'd be so disappointed if you ever pull up with some obnoxious watch here, Wayno.
Well,
that.
get your disappointment ready.
Make better investments. It's good with the hairline, bruh. All right,
That's got jokes
what
today.
we got next? I'm
Feels
tired
like
of being
Thursday.
roasted by you for my shoe choices over here. Cardi B and Offset got married this year. They had a baby. We know they're gonna work together. I believe they were both featured on the Yachty album on one song together, right? So number of Cardi B and Offset collab songs we're gonna get in 2019, over under 4.
I'm gonna let Ad go first with this one.
Over under 4. What? Over, baby. Now check it out. I think low key, but I don't want him to do the Big Sean and Jhené Aiko. I don't want the EP, the Lovebird EP, but I do believe that it's always a moment when they're on records together. I also believe they are such big supporters of each other. It makes sense. And also the whole QC Solid Foundation connection there. They're definitely going to be in a bunch of features together. Cardi's project, if she's putting out a project next year, and also Offset's project coming this year, I just don't want them to do an EP together. If they announce that, I'm done with QC.
I'm gonna go with under.
Yeah?
I'm gonna go with under.
Under 4.
Under 4, yeah. I'm gonna go with under 4. And the only reason why I'm going with under 4 is because I'm gonna keep it 100. It seems like they're in love with each other and they're just so much into each other and not so much music, like doing music with each other. Like they was on Yachty shit and all that, and all that's cool, but I think that they focus more on them and what they got going on personally. Of course, you get to see that the funny shit of their relationship on Instagram and all
So
of that.
you're saying it's actually going to be Offset, Cardi, and Baby Culture on the songs together?
No.
Should that have been my
No,
question?
I think that
And Offset jumping on Money remix. Like
I think that they're gonna chill. I think that they're gonna chill musically. I do believe that all of that over shit is we definitely gonna get an album from them. We definitely gonna get an album from one day, but I don't think it's gonna be next year.
You don't think it's going to be next year?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be next year.
All right.
honestly, I think if we don't get it next year, we're never getting it.
Really?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be next year.
Because I like, and this might sound bad to some people, I feel like they're both at like a peak. Like I can't, again, maybe I'm just being short-sighted. I can't see Offset, like people like fucking dying for an Offset solo album in 2022. You get me? So I do think like in terms of hype, and it doesn't mean musical talent or like your craft, But in terms of people just checking for your shit, people are checking for it now. That's why we getting all these projects. Niggas cashing out.
I feel you, but see, the thing is like when people first seen the Migos and they seen Bando for the first time, they thought that they was just another group that was going to be up out of here. They not going nowhere no time soon. No, they already 5 years in. Like they really like 5 years in, and I feel like they got forever to go, and they figured out their formula. Now, of course, like everybody has their like, you know, everybody goes in their run, and then their run dips a little bit, and then you recreate the run. But as of right now, they're not going nowhere no time soon.
If we get a joint album by Cardi B and Offset, and all they're talking about is drip, like cut it out. Like y'all better have a I Love You record on there. Like I don't want to hear about the big drip. I don't want to hear. Get this out of here,
2019
man.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
we're here for it.
I'm just happy that, like, listen, they're showing that celebrities could be in love and like publicize their shit and have fun, yo. I seen Cardi twerking the money while Offset was slapping her ass. They're having fun.
They're having fun. That's why they go show on the music.
Salute to Baby Culture too.
How old is Baby Culture now?
Probably like 2 weeks. I don't know.
2 weeks.
All right,
She's
thank
a
you.
few months. She's a few months.
Jesus Christ. Number of times Cardi and Nicki will publicly beef in 2019, over under 2.
Let's get it popping, baby. Let's get it popping.
It could be over publicly.
What?
Nah? Okay, Wayno. Hold up.
I gotta agree with Ak. Over. It's not over between them two. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, but it's definitely gonna be more shit to be said. Like Nicki's gonna keep putting out music, and remember she held it back for so long. Like she held it back for so long. Now that she's gotten it out, she has no problem with saying what she has to say in Cardi's direction. So I think it's.
The pettiness will be overt, and what will happen, you'll have either or have to address the other, which will cause one of those like Cardi making 20 Instagram posts. Do I think another Louboutin will be thrown at her forehead? I would be very surprised. I don't even know what Jimmy Choo is. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm broke.
That's true.
I've only heard Freddie Wap rap about it. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think there are going to be any more physical altercations, and that's good.
Yep.
Will it be a little bit more pettiness? They're being petty now, and Nicki just brought like the 2 chicks that Cardi allegedly beat up or had beat up to like the video shoot with 6ix9ine. So like there's pettiness going on now. To see them go back and forth.
Wait, she did that?
Yeah.
She brought the girls from the strip club?
Yeah,
She brought them to the
and 6ix9ine's hanging out with them. No, hold on, wait. Because you know people gonna think that.
Wow.
I didn't even know that happened. Cause the way I keep up with news is by this nigga's page. But I didn't. You dead serious that happened?
The chick when he was talking about when he's walking down Melrose, 6ix9ine's hanging out with them. And you know I don't want to unfairly put this on Nicki. It's just ironic that the
6ix9ine is hilarious, yo.
Ironically, that the chicks that Nicki bigs up on Queen Radio, who allegedly got assaulted by Cardi B, 6ix9ine's hanging out with, and they were in the video and in the house when the house got shot at.
Wow.
It's a little pettiness.
All right, well,
A little.
speaking of petty, our next question. Number of times Lil Xan will make headlines for his music in 2019, over under 2.
Under.
He certainly makes headlines.
Under. Not for music.
Rarely for music.
Never for music.
I thought deeply about that one.
No, I'm gonna say over.
All right.
I'm gonna say over.
I got serious. I gotta hear this.
Yeah.
You're so full of surprises.
Comeback season for Lil Xan. I think he's gonna get a song like that goes a little viral. I don't know how it will be, and I don't know if it might be viral for the wrong reasons. Maybe he says he's a new Tupac. Who knows? And secondly,
don't put that into the universe, please.
And secondly, I think he's going to. I don't know if this counts as music. He's gonna erupt on his label. I feel like whatever label deal he signed or production.
You think it's a label again with Xan?
No. No, I don't think it's a label. I just think it's an individual that wasn't mentally prepared for what he was getting into contractually. So you're gonna hear him lash out at label, and he's one of these people I almost feel he doesn't ride out an entire record contract. He either self-destructs and he checks himself into rehab, or he just stops making music. But I think that would be a public spectacle, honestly.
It should have been over under how many more tattoos he's gonna get on his face or some silly shit, because
we could have put Post Malone in that one too.
Right. But yeah, I think it's gonna be under for music. For music, I think it's gonna be under. And see, because that's the thing. Like he, even with that being said, he would be making it for complaining or something. We talking about like a positive
music. Like I want to hear about a song or
like,
an
yo,
album,
Lil
or a
Xan got a
video.
fucking motherfucker saying, oh, he got a classic album coming to some shit. That's never gonna happen. I don't ever see that in the future.
All right, let's see. What do we got?
Man, why we can't get Lil Xan a pass one
You
day?
just gave him a pass.
Yeah.
Give him a pass. Hey, listen, you.
Hey, can we review a Lil Xan album when it drops on here?
If his label doesn't take our episode down, sure.
If Lil Xan came up here, would y'all talk to him?
Of course we would.
I spoke to him when he came here the first time. He came on one of the other shows. I seen him in the hallway. I said, what's up to him?
Lil Xan gonna snuff you.
Don't play like that.
With some hot Cheetos. Stop it. All right, let's move on.
I'm gonna snuff you if he snuffed me for you putting that shit in the universe.
What do we have? So 21 Savage coming December 7th. How many units will he move first week? Over, under 80K?
Over.
Hey.
Over.
Over.
Over. I have faith in the
Finally,
Savage.
they agree.
Hey, I had a good conversation with 21 Savage, and I had nothing but good things to say about the brother in terms of how he puts out music, and his mindset was very is very traditional in the sense of he believes in oversaturation despite we live in the internet age, and he just feels that like, hey, if my music can't last for a couple of months and I have to be on a rat race of making something every 2 weeks to fulfill that longing list or missing feeling from fans, I'm not making good enough music. So he said he worked on his album for a year.
My guy.
And he said he expects when he drops it, he said, I might have a tape coming after, but I'm not rushing to put out a bunch of projects. I want to take time off. And because of that, I think when fans start missing you for an extended period of time, it also reflects in sales. You get me? You could drop an album a year, and I think it's about, people look at just raw numbers now. If 21 dropped 4 projects in a year, he would sell at least 45K. But if he drops one, he'll sell 90K.
Yeah.
You get me? Some people, they rather have the 4 that sell 45.
Nah, I like this strategy a lot better.
Yeah, I like his strategy a lot better because he's giving himself more of a window to last. You know, he's another one. You know, a lot of people try to write off a lot of the Atlanta guys and try to group them all into one space. And I think what helps 21 is not only does he make good music, but he has a story. You know what I mean? He has a story. For him to come from where he's come from, he almost died from getting, shot and shit, to changing his whole entire life to not wearing jersey. Like you're tuning into the 21 show. You want to see what happens next. So I'm not mad at his strategy, and I think he's gonna do over 80K.
Yeah, super.
Depending
smart dude.
on who drops the same time that he drops.
I don't
I
care
think
who drops.
hope he does it anyway.
He's doing 80K, man.
Yeah.
I really think he's doing 100.
100.
I
think he'll do 100.
He did around 80K last time.
You know what's so crazy? I mean, 100. Like honestly, 100 today, like 15 years ago, 100 wasn't a lot. Like 100 was not a lot. Like people was coming out doing 200, and it was like nothing. It was like you wasn't even a top artist and could do 200 your first week.
Yeah.
You know, so 100 is great, but I think he could do 100.
All right, 21, we're excited. We're staying tuned. What do we have next? Oh, 6ix9ine. So 6ix9ine's coming November 23rd. Another one who's in headlines all the time, not necessarily for music. So, number of first week units for 6ix9ine, over under 80K.
Better be over 80K. If he don't sell over 80K, he fucking flopped. That's a fact.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say under 80K. I would say under 80K, but I think it'll be close. I think, well, see, remember when I asked you about are they putting Fifi on there and all that shit, because now you can take the song that's been doing well and add it, and it adds to your sales. But
they most likely would, right? Like, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would. But I still think that 6ix9ine is gonna do like what did he do his first time? He did like 50 something.
55.
55, which that's for a new artist. That's very, very good. So I say around like 65, 70. I say like 65, 70.
Yeah, for me, if he does anything below 80K, then you attention whoring all day on Instagram means nothing. I get it because of how you act. The label don't gotta spend no promotion. You're the promotion. But if you can't convert all them niggas who love watching you do skits and dance in the rain with 10 bodyguards around you and beef with other people, if you can't convert those motherfuckers, 15 million followers, into 100,000 in sales, you fucking flopped. I don't even gotta look at it.
You just said 80 though.
No, what? In my eyes, he need to do 100.
100. He needs to do 100?
To validate all the bullshit, yeah. Now, if he doesn't do 80, And compared to even like a Trippie Redd, we don't even have to, it doesn't even have to be Trippie Redd. Just other artists that are just solely just putting out music and are doing around that number. Yeah, there's a big disconnect there. That means you're literally just putting on a show, and all this marketing genius shit is actually not that genius after all, because you're not getting shows and you're not getting sales. You get a bunch of Billboard records, but how long do they stay there?
Act being very critical.
I was gonna say, I
6ix9ine.
appreciate, this is what I respect about him. He's still objective, even though it's his boy. Okay.
And by the way, I've talked to him, like his projection of his own record sales is like way higher too.
Of course
so,
it is.
so, you know what I mean? If he sold 70, I'm pretty sure he'd be distraught.
Okay, coming soon, right? That's like a week away.
Yeah, let's
right
see.
after Thanksgiving, we'll find out. All right, so Kendrick Lamar gave us the Black Panther soundtrack early this year, one of my favorite projects of the year. But it's been a minute since a solo album, right? We got Damn in April 2017. So, number of months until we get another Kendrick Lamar solo album, over under 6 months.
Are we counting from now? Are we counting top of the year?
Yeah, no, top of the year.
I say within 6. I say I say under 6.
Under 6 months?
Yeah, I say under 6. I think Kendrick could drop again around like April. You know what I mean? Like around April-ish.
So that would be like 2 years.
Yeah, since Damn. Yeah, because Damn was in 2017,
Yeah,
April.
2017.
I really want to go over, but I'm judging off how 2018, this year went. I'm going to go under, but the reason why I didn't go over is that seeing how saturated the later part of the year is, with everybody just trying to get their projects out, usually what happens, like in the past, is that the heavy hitters, you'll kind of see them like before, because they're trying to recoup. Like that's the label, right? You put the guys who definitely are gonna sell maybe towards the end of the year. The top of the year sometimes is a little dry, but now it
don't matter no more.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. And also, we now see artists rushing to get their projects out, so we get a lot of saturation. I think Kendrick wants to stay out of that. He's gonna come clear and concise for 6 months.
Well, I mean, also, like, Kendrick is one of those artists that, like, when everything stops when he drops an album. So it's like, it don't matter when he drop. You know, I think everything stops. It's like, you got, like, Cole is like that, Drake is like that. Kendrick is definitely one of them. I think it's gonna be within 6 months, but when it does happen, it doesn't matter who's putting some shit out. He's gonna stand alone. You know, he's gonna stand alone.
Well, this sort of takes us into our next one. So TDE is sort of like night and day when you're comparing them with QC in terms of how they release things. So we got the J-Rock album this year finally, which was great. I think Reason dropped a project. We got a couple, but over under number of TDE projects we'll get in 2019, over under 4. So we haven't gotten something from Q, Isaiah Rashad, Ab-Soul, like over, under, or what?
Over.
Okay. So over 4 projects next year.
I say over 4 because I feel like you got SZA.
Didn't get a SZA album this year.
We didn't get a SZA album, so I'm saying SZA, Kendrick, Q definitely.
Q's up.
Ab-Soul.
Yeah.
Ab-Soul definitely dropping something. I wouldn't be surprised if I see another J-Rock album, or if Isaiah Rashad comes out with something new. And I'm hearing that they signing a few new people as well. So.
Do we think that J-Rock will drop again? Yeah, he said.
You said over?
Yeah, over 4.
It's funny because it's one of those where I actually think it's 4. Like, I think Kendrick, Schoolboy Q, SZA, and Ab-Soul. I think those are the 4 that'll come. And also, knowing how, at least from what I see, they like to really focus in and lock in on working a project and letting everybody have their time. And I think just quarterly.
Makes sense.
Everyone gets a quarter.
I'm not sure if I think another J-Rock project will come. Because they waited so long to make sure this one was executed well. He showed up on Black Panther. He had his own thing. I feel like now it's everyone else's turn.
Well, I definitely see another Reason project coming. I definitely see another Reason project coming. The reason why is because
an album, or you talking about like a tape? Like,
I don't know. You know, the tape or album or fucking EP is all a trick. It's all a trick to say don't take this that serious. If you do take it serious, here's a stronger push. So I'm just saying, just something coming out. I think that Reason is gonna drop something else again, only because like he got a lot of attention this year.
Yeah.
He put out a really good project. He shined all over the Black Panther soundtrack, and a lot of new people are getting used to him. So I think that another Reason project will drop.
TDE, let's get this Isaiah Rashad project.
Yeah, Isaiah Rashad as well.
Another one. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I think that's it for over under. No, wait, no, we got one more. Just
One
kidding.
more? One
Just
more?
kidding. I didn't really know how to phrase this one, but you guys will know what I mean.
Okay.
Number of Kanye MAGA moments we get in 2019 over under. Was it viral moments, Kanye Trump moments, Kanye apologies, Kanye rants, just Kanye moments that we don't want. That's what it is. Number of Kanye moments we don't want that we're going to get in 2019 over under 8.
So contingent if the album comes out this year.
Oh yeah, the crazy press run, right?
Actually, fuck it. It's not contingent because he's then going to go on tour. It'll happen on tour too.
Oh man.
Way over.
Way over 8?
At least 5 to promote the album, and at least like 10 while he's on tour on a floating stage.
That he stole from Lord.
Right. I say over 8. At least one is gonna be featured with 6ix9ine, and I don't mean a song. I mean a moment. I think there's gonna be a moment involving 6ix9ine. And that doesn't necessarily mean a bad moment, like something bad happening. I just think that for with the bits and pieces that we got of him and 6ix9ine, there's gonna be a moment where they get to talk to each other on camera. Like I feel like Kanye is gonna be like, you know what? I need to interview you.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, so over.
Like J. Cole and Pump.
Yes. So over.
Oh,
I'll be shocked like,
over.
If that happens, I'll be like.
I need 6ix9ine.
If I hear, listen, 6ix9ine is a homie, but if I hear Kanye West sit across from this motherfucker and say, listen, man, I'm like Walt Disney and you like Steve Jobs, like I'm done.
Listen, I need Kanye, 6ix9ine, and Van Lathan to have a conversation.
Oh my God.
That's what I need to happen.
But why?
Because it would be incredible.
For who?
For everybody. That shit would be amazing. It'd just be really funny. It'd be funny and it'd have a lot of good moments. So I say over 8.
Okay.
All right.
Now that concludes this round of Over Under. Gentlemen, thank you for playing. We'll be back soon. We are almost out of time, so we'll just do a quick hit. So Forbes released their 30 under 30 list. A lot of artists you've heard of on this, including 21 Savage, Lil Pump, Juice WRLD, Post Malone. But we just want to show some love to the people behind the scenes who deserve some love. Wondagurl, she's only 21 years old, a producer. Remember, she produced for Jay a few years back.
That's my home girl. I fucks with Wondagurl.
And I'm sorry if I say any names incorrectly. So Chris Zaru, if I'm saying that right, Logic's manager, 28 years old. Okay. Logic's been on an incredible run, so congrats to him as well. We got Keisha Lee, who works with Gucci, Uzi, Playboy Cardi, and Will. This is the name I'm going to say wrong. Can someone help me? Wiz's manager? Will Zombak? Zombak. I'm sorry if I say it wrong, but anyway, silent. Yeah, he's 29, Wiz Khalifa's manager. So you guys can check out the full list, but just want to applaud.
I'm not on the list. I talked to Forbes motherfucker last
Niggas don't fuck with you like that.
Bruh.
That's why you're not on that list.
They played you.
I've seen a couple of niggas that, bruh.
You're not lit out here.
Trying to hate on these niggas.
You're not lit out here.
I ain't trying to hate on these niggas. Forbes. If these niggas on your radar, goddamn.
Damn, what you gotta do?
What a nigga gotta do?
Sorry, Ak.
You gotta come out the house. Right?
Man, listen, man. Nobody broke
salute
a bigger artist than Lil AK this year, man.
Well, salute to Will, because that's the homie. I fuck with Will. And I don't know.
Wait, you know him, but you don't know how to say his last name?
I've never had to say his last name before. I've been on email with Will a few times. Like I've never had to say his last name.
Will, is he really your man if he doesn't know how to say your last name?
I didn't say like that's the homie.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Salute to Will and salute to Wondagurl. And I say salute to Wondagurl because when she first came out producing for Jay, she was 16.
Yeah.
Right, and just to see the trajectory that she's been on, my man Tyler, who works with Party Next Door, he manages her. They killing shit. I'm happy for Wondagurl. Young black girl coming out of Toronto, killing shit in the States.
I know nobody on that list right there.
Like
you know
people,
nobody.
But that's why I want to shout them out. Like you guys should go check it out because you guys
know. That's a girl, right? Wondagurl's a girl?
Yeah. She produced on Magna Carta. Come on.
Wondagurl's a girl.
There's niggas wearing skirts. There's males wearing skirts.
Wondagurl, that just goes to show you you're not a part of the culture.
I just want to say.
You don't know who Wondagurl is?
Hell no.
That's horrible, dog. That's horrible. But anyway, she's a very dope producer out of Toronto.
Right. Again, check out the full list if you want to see.
What song she produced?
What song was it on Magna Carta she produced?
Oh, where?
Yes, I can't remember off the top
of
my head right now.
I think it was the German Travis Scott. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Yo, but this is a good place to look if you want to get into this industry and you're not trying to be an artist. You can see all of the great things that you could do behind the scenes to help drive these artists. So check that out. And I believe that's our show for today, right, guys?
That's our show.
Cool. We'll see you here tomorrow.
You talk about Waka Flocka, man.
Tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. on Complex.
Happy birthday to Drake.